Gotta stay in character. Okay. Good grief. This is the old Wilkes jail. This side of the jail was the jailer's home where he lived with his family. The other side was the actual prison part where the prisoners were kept. This is General James B. Gordon. He was the highest ranking official from Wilkes during the Civil War. If you look at his eyes, wherever you move in the room, they follow you. Which is kind of creepy. Some people are very freaked out by that. There was one lady who was a secretary of the old Wilkes, which was a predecessor of the Heritage Museum. And she didn't like having General Gordon in the room with her, so she asked to be moved to another room. There was another lady who was a friend of mine, and General Gordon was in the room with her for a long time. He didn't freak her out at all. That lady, one day she was working, and the UPS delivery man came in to deliver some packages to her. And when she came in, he heard footsteps upstairs, and he said, "Oh, who's working with you today?" "Nobody, I work by myself." "No, I hear footsteps. Who's with you?" "Really, nobody's here." "No, I hear somebody." "No, really, I'm by myself." So she let him go upstairs and check to prove to him that there was really no one in the building with her. Well, I love it when this happens because that UPS guy came on a later ghost tour, and he said, "Yeah, that was me, and that really happened." So all of the stories that we tell on our ghost tours either happen to one of the guides, like that happened to another guide, or it's something that was mentioned in R.G. Absher's book, Goes to the Yadkin Valley, which we have for sale in the Heritage Museum gift shop, or it's something that is a local legend that is passed down from your granny that everybody around here knows about. Awesome. Okay, you haven't heard this story before because this happened to me. Okay, see these lovely posters? We got these last year. But before that, we had individual frames of all these sheriffs who were sheriffs during the time that this building was in use. Now, Sheriff C. A lot of people used to pick on Sheriff C and say that he was really scary looking. Well, one night, my husband and I were upstairs in the men's cell, which is right above that room over there, with the jailer. And we heard the most horrible calamity down here. And it was just us with the jailer and our tour group. So I came down here to investigate because it was a terrible sound. And I get down here, and Sheriff C had come off the wall, and his frame had shattered, the wood had broken. Now, if Sheriff C came off the wall, where do you think that frame would have gone if he just came off the wall?
I figured it was straight down.
Yeah, right there. Oh no, Sheriff C didn't land right there. He was all the way over there under that little table. Wow. Now, how in the world did he do that on his own when no one else was in the building? Makes you think, doesn't it? I think he didn't like people saying that he was creepy looking, but you know, because we didn't have any earthquakes that day. Okay, but you know, this building, it is made of all these original materials and all these steps and all this wood and brick and stuff. All these things, all these materials hold memories. Just makes you think about things, doesn't it? And this is a jail. All these memories are not good, folks. Okay. Follow me upstairs. Yes. If you have your cell phone, if you have a camera, start snapping.
Care about these?
Yep.
Where's Daddy?
Daddy, go to camera, start snapping.
You take it without the phone?
You can use your phone and take pictures. You can take some pictures. Whoa.
Is everyone in here? How's everybody feeling? Especially the ladies in this group. Are y'all feeling okay? Feeling good?
Feel a little tight in here.
Were you feeling okay before you came in here? Okay. Well, a lot of women complain of feeling ill once they come in here, and they feel okay once they leave. A lot of women feel nauseous or lightheaded once they come in here. We even had a female tourist who couldn't come in this room. Once a few years ago, there was a lady who had been following on the ghost tour, and she just disappeared, and we didn't know what happened to her. And then when we got outside, there she was, and she was waiting to talk to us. The jailer, Doug, thought he had made her angry, that he had said something that offended her, but no, she just got deathly ill. But as soon as she got outside, she was okay again. She just didn't want to come back in this building after starting to come in this room. This is the ladies' cell. This is where Ann Melton was held. If you know the story of Tom Dula.
Yeah.
Now, nothing ever happens to me. But when I've been a ghost tour guide about 3 years, I was in here. My husband was standing behind me, and I got tapped on the shoulder. And I turned around to see what my husband was who was standing behind me, and I looked, and he wasn't paying a bit of attention to me. And a friend of mine had a camera, so I kind of signaled her to take a picture of me. And when we looked at the pictures later, there was an orb over my head the size of a pumpkin, and all the pictures that she took. So, yeah. Another night, we were in here doing a paranormal investigation, and there was a young lady in here with her boyfriend, and there was a black mist over all the pictures of the girlfriend. So I don't know if maybe Ann was a little jealous. That's what it looked like. Because I had said, Andy, you think that this young man is as good looking as Tom Dula? I think he has nice hair. And the guy said, that's not funny. And I said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. He said, no, something touched my hair. And then when I got home and looked at my pictures, there was black mist over the guy. But people have caught lots of pictures of black mist in here, and lots of orbs. The last group that was in here, they had bukus of orbs all over the place, all different colors. We've caught lots of EVPs in here. It's just a very active room.
I've heard about Tom Dula several times over the years, but I've never heard the story.
Oh, okay. Tom Dula was a man from Ferguson. He enlisted in the Civil War. His girlfriend was a woman named Ann Melton, Ann Foster. While he was gone to the Civil War, she married an older man named James Melton. And when Tom came back, he started seeing her cousin, Laura Foster. But he also took up with Ann again, too, even though she was married. And Laura got murdered, and some people say Ann did it. Some people say Tom did it. We don't really know who did it. No one knows the truth. And Tom covered for her, but Tom ended up being hanged for it. And he denied it all the way to it, but the day he was hanged, he said he wrote a letter that cleared Ann of everything. I think he just didn't want her to get hanged too. But, who knows what the truth was. You guys who know the story, you think that about sums it up? Maybe.
Yep.
Okay. Next room.
Which one?
He asked him, how was Tom brought into the old Wilkes jail? He said, while in a ball and chain, of course. When he said that, they heard a noise like this, and then they heard chains rattling. That reporter's eyes about popped out of his head, and he grabbed all his stuff and excused himself very quickly. He didn't want to come back here, but he did write about it in the story. Thank you all very much. You've been a great